I wanted to make a little video for you today about the system you need to get started. I'm recommending for beginners it needs to be 12 volts. That's the most scalable and that's the most cost-effective way to get into solar and just eliminate the mystery at a safe voltage to get started and be able to run a lot of things. With this system I'm going to recommend to you, I was able to run a 5,000 BTU air conditioner. That cools my entire master bedroom. And my bathroom gives me a room comfortable in the event of a disaster. It ran a small microwave. It powered a 12-volt fridge. It let me recharge my iPad, my iPhone, critical things in a disaster. But great things to be charging all the time anyway without paying the electric company for it. And it lets me every day run my lawn equipment. I've converted all that to electric. And this same system is running my boat every day, all day long. That's another video. But for right now, let's just talk about the starter and how to get into this and where you should go. And I'm saying 12 volts is your most cost-effective, safest way to begin. And let's start with the batteries. So you're going to need, I'm recommending 200 amp hours. Two of these, only two, is what you're going to need to start out. I say that because I ran a 5,000 BTU air conditioner on 200 amp hours. I've run the microwave with the 200 amp hours. I've done it. And I'm not going to recommend anything to you that I don't know isn't going to perform. The mystery's got to be gone for you. So you need two batteries. I'm recommending you need these bus bars just to clean up your install. That's how you're going to connect all the components together. Instead of having wires running off your batteries, it's better not to have too many things coming off these terminals. And so this keeps your install clean and they're cheap. It's just a way to go. This controller is fantastic for you to start out. It's got the USB. You can do plug a USB item in here. You'll see that in my other videos. So if you want to run loads off it, you can do that, like plugging your fridge into it, plug your iPhone. You can do that directly in here with a little USB adapter. It also runs at 12 volt, 24 volt, and 48 volt. So if you wanted down the road, once you've gotten your feet wet and understand there's nothing to be afraid of and the mysteries are gone, you don't have to swap this out if you want to go to a 24 volt system or a 48 volt system. This guy will still run. It will allow up to close to 300 watts of solar panels coming in. So that's all I need. And of course you can have multiples of these feeding your system. But for you to get started, one of these is fantastic. It's a great company. And I'm saying you start out at the 12 volt system. You got that connected to these two bus bars, bridge into your two batteries. And then the other thing you're going to absolutely need is this inverter. I've tried, look at my channel, you'll see where I've experimented with 1200 watt and lower voltage inverters. They won't run even my 5,000 BTU air conditioner. They won't run my microwave. They're useless. What's the point of starting out on something if it doesn't meet your basic electrical needs? This does it, and it's inexpensive. I found out about this particular brand from Will Prowse, who's been doing this for a long time. Great kid. And a lot of practical experience, and this is the way to begin. It's inexpensive, like I said, and right now, I'm 3 years into this. This thing's running my boat as we speak right now. It's providing all the electricity for my shore power. It does it every day of the year, and it just works out fantastic. So I'm going to recommend this. It's a great starting point in the 12 volt mode. So this. Two of these batteries and these two little bus bars, and the solar panel, I'm recommending you start out with two of the 100 or just 100 watt if you're in solar and in a sunny environment, so I say like Florida, to get you started. Get into this, guys. June is going to be on us before we know it. And I don't want any more of my neighbors or any Floridians running around looking for gas for these noisy generators where you can't even sleep at night anyway. When this thing is running my 5,000 BTU air conditioner all night long, and it did it for 11 days, it's silent. There's no noise at all, other than the fans of the air conditioner. And this is all I need. I would recommend for, once you get into it for true disaster, that you go with 3 batteries, because that's what I ran with. But to get you started, to get you understanding this, to see how simple it is, you start with these batteries. And these batteries can be configured in 12, 24, or 48 also. To make this a 24 volt system, you have to connect the two batteries together in the different strand here. You're going series, and these two batteries could be a 24 volt system. So you wouldn't have to change these, you wouldn't have to change this. you would have to get a 24 volt inverter. But I'm asking you why? Why start out at that? Because I can run everything I'm doing right now, even at 12 volts safely, as long as my loads are below 2,000 watts, and they are. This system starting out at 12, I wanted to add one more battery, and I was able to do that. You can run this with 3, and these things are like $250 a battery right now. So I was able to add just one. I mean, how much more reasonable can you get in increasing your system? Your cost to add another battery is $207, and now you can run. That's, you know, for a few more hours at night, right? Waiting for the sun to come back up and recharge your system. It's a fantastic setup at 12 volts. 12 volts is the most inexpensive way to scale to meet your loads. And for me, this guy at 2200 watts has been running everything. This is where you need to go. It's simple, guys. It's simple. Stop listening to all this garbage. And with me too, I don't have hundreds of solar panels screwed into my roof, making holes all over this thing that I need. After Ian, it leaks. I mean, it was a nightmare. When a storm is coming, I've got the one panel at 200 watts. I go and get it and bring it in. I charge the batteries to full, as close as I can to when they tell me the storm is going to arrive. And before the winds get strong, I go outside and bring in the solar panel and protect it. Then when the storm passes, I go back out and plug it back in. And I'm back up and running. You leave a solar panel out during a storm, I had 70, 80 foot pine trees over here snapped in half. That panel is going to get damaged. In my approach, you bring it in. And with this amount of money you're started, you're going to see, go to my blog now, and I'm going to link all this in the video. And I'm saying with the pricing that I've looked at for this, you're going to be up and running in this system for around $900, including the panel. Including the panel. 2 batteries, a controller, the bus bars, the inverter, and the wire. You're off and running, guys, and you got to add the breakers. I'm going to recommend you're going with this based on, and I want you to stick with my wire gauge. It's safe. This wire gauge allows me to run voltage safely up to about what the inverter will handle. There's no point in bringing up stronger volts than the inverter can handle. You're just setting yourself up for a possible issue. So this is all sized. It's ready to go. I know there's more in here. Please try to ignore that. You don't need this. You don't need the, I mean, I recommend these, but you don't have to have that to start out with, because you're going to get voltage readings off your little gauges. And off the front of this inverter has a screen on it that tells you what the battery voltage is too. I tell you guys, this is the way to go. You should start out with 12, only because at 12 volts, it allows you to add one battery at a time at this expense. In order for these batteries to be 24, you have to put 2 together. And so if you wanted to add, you'd have to add 2. Again, they have to be the same voltage when you add them. But if you stick with 12, you can add 1. This is the way to start, guys. And it's important for you to get into this and just see what's going on before hurricane season hits us. Now's the time. And for all of you who are out there experiencing these rolling blackouts, this inverter will run my house fridge. I mean, a giant house fridge taller than this wall here. What are they? You know, 6 foot 5. It ran it because we had a little bit of a power spike here, and I ran an extension cord down here and plugged it in. It ran fine. And my internet router too. I like having that in one TV. It does it all. So this is where you want to start. And for that amount of money, you've got everything. You've got the panel. You've got the an inverter that we know works at the right, and a controller that's scalable, and batteries that are scalable. Don't stop thinking about it, guys. Get into it now before the storm is on us. Get into it now before the needs get really drastic, and start powering stuff up and saving yourself money every day, and then see where you need to grow. Let's go. One other thing about this controller, guys, and before we get into that too, I got to ask you, please subscribe to this channel. We got 4,000 or 5,000 people coming through a month, and it's not monetized. YouTube's just getting all the revenue from this, because unless you're subscribed, apparently there's no monetization for me. I want you to know this stuff, but I certainly would like some reciprocal appreciation for the information I'm giving you. So please subscribe. And this also, one thing I wanted to mention, it has a Bluetooth interface to the Victron app. And that is going to give you full statistics on how much sun is coming in, where your batteries are. It's excellent for you to really gauge how effective your system is. And it also allows you, when you're putting your panels back out, you can, using this and the app, twist the panel, right? So you've got it out, you've got the app on the phone, you've got this all connected, and you're now setting your panel out there and you're trying to see how much sun you're getting. Well, you just connect on the app to this, and then it's going to show you, hey, if you tilt it a little bit more up, you're getting a lot more watts. Put it down. So it lets you angle your panel based on your sun, your part of the country or the world, and show you that you're getting the most effect from it. Excellent little unit, guys. Hey, please subscribe.